Hello, I'm here to introduce HomeLedger. HomeLedger is the agentic AI platform for the home. Maintenance, insurance, taxes, valuation, and history, all in one living system of record. Here's why and proof it already works. The largest asset most families own runs with no system of record. Americans spend $524 billion a year on home upkeep, everything from small repairs to big ticket items. And 62% worry they can't afford it because records are scattered across emails and drawers and nothing stays with the home. Furthermore, there is no way to determine what was done before to understand a potentially quicker fix. Deferred maintenance compounds into five-figure surprises, and at every sale, insurance renewal, or tax assessment, there's zero documented history to negotiate with, increasing homeownership costs and putting this more out of reach for more people. The solution: a permanent ledger and an agent that acts on it, and a collection of agents that compound with time. The ledger is a living record of every document: repair, upgrade, policy, and valuation. The agent is the home's advocate. It spots the right move, a cheaper policy, a repair that's due, or could potentially be due before it's a bigger ticket item, an assessment more challenging, and arrives with the paperwork prepared and ready to file their necessary steps. One tap turns advice into action, always keeping the human in the loop and the user in control of their home with little hassle. At sale, the ledger transfers with the home. Verified history becomes a listing asset. Think of this as a Carfax for homes. The way you wouldn't buy a used car without a Carfax report to understand the history, in the future you would never buy a home without understanding its history as well. There are four forces that explain why this may be the right move right now. Number one, agentic AI just crossed the threshold, and models can run multi-step real-world workflows with the proper data. Call vendors, compare quotes, file forms, make sure users are in the loop and understand opportunities. This is being validated but not really owned. Homes are getting older, costs are spiking, and homeowners sit on $35 trillion in equity that's never been protecting more. So how HomeLedger works. Number one, it ingests an inspection and closing documents as a starting point. You can snap equipment data, plates, and get a better idea of what the equipment life and potential issues may arise. As the documents become a structural home graph, the system's ages, warranties, costs, and coverage, the ledger continues building and compounding with more information. The agents, after obtaining the first starting point, they continue to monitor the home based on existing data on equipment quality, equipment warranty, lookalike equipment failures, etc. Once the agent spots a potential move, it acts to minimize potential costs. It recommends the move and preps the paperwork, and one tap book service or files appeals. And at the end of the day, these four steps compound and transfer with the home, making sure the home is a reliable asset. So now I'm going to start a demo of how this works. A bot will come in and take a look at how this will materialize and essentially onboard the user. Sorry about that. Here's the address. See, I did not provide a zip code on purpose to test if the agent is doing this right, and completing the proper information. This is not my house, so it's a house I picked in a different neighborhood. Why not? Real quick, and get an email, a very old email address. It doesn't really work anymore, but it's okay. As you can see, once you complete onboarding, any other information you want to provide, make sure the user feels in control. Here's when you're going to start seeing this. So you're going to start seeing a homeowner view what the actual owner sees. And then behind the scenes, you're going to start understanding what's happening. So I moved to a different build. So this has been running for a while, just in the interest of time. So behind the scenes, you see that the documented HVAC, AC, there's a water heater, and you can continue adding equipment as you see fit. It's already been a home valuation, so you're going to estimate the home valuation market. The valuation agent already has this in place. There's an insurance policy. The ledger flags already happened, so essentially it says, hey, your dwelling is low, you might want to up your insurance, or also you took a picture of your water heater and there's some rust at the bottom, so you may consider maintaining these things. It also monitors weather. You're going to have a freeze event or a heat event. You might want to consider weatherizing out there. Repair history, as you can see, somebody came in, You took it what maintenance, and here's the cost of that. And here you're going to see the engagement profile that you can take a look and say, hey, here's what happened. The system's syncing, an orchestrator, coverage agent acting, and the results, etc. that you would have to happen from that perspective. The user will just see everything that they've done. They have the insurance information, they have a history of what they've done, and maintaining at all times a potential record if they need to pull anything that they've done. They have an option, this new thing, so I don't want to do anything about my water heater right now because I don't know, my bonus is coming next month, so I'm going to have a tick and have it remind me another time. Finally, here's some initial performance data that I gathered from the agent's perspective. As you can see, it's a good initial step. It's not perfect. Obviously, with more data, this will continue getting better. My focus on understanding whether the equipment agent would miss any issues. I also, with the maintenance, will say, hey, you want to be proactive in these aspects. Coverage, whether you start identifying proper gaps in coverage or you any potential increases either by regulatory code, etc., that you will require more insurance. I'm not very worried about the cry wolf scenario because I'd rather have a scenario that over indexes on warning a user and having the user with the loop. Nevertheless, an opportunity for improvement. The missed risk was a missed assessment, but obviously it points towards an opportunity for improvement in the modeling. But nevertheless, for a first snapshot, this is a pretty good starting point. Thank you very much.